Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Souls Intersect. This is your love and relationship reading for July and August. I'm also posting the link to your general reading for July in the description for this video. And if you're interested in getting a private reading with me, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Okay, so my goal is to address both singles and couples if the intuitive messages I receive align with that. So I have that in mind, but I'm going to go with what my intuition tells me first and foremost. So we'll see what comes up. So a couple of interpretations already. With the Eight of Cups coming up here, it feels like there is two possibilities. One is that some of you are walking away from an established romantic relationship, or that you're taking it to a new level. In terms of walking away from it, it could also be something that you've invested time in, emotional energy in, that has not been serving you the way that it needs to. And so you're moving away from that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an established relationship. It could be a love affair. It could be love for someone, maybe unrequited love. It could also be a letting go of feelings for someone, because it's something that hasn't manifested the way that you wanted it to at some point. But again, that could also be moving away from a relationship. I'm actually getting a little bit about something work related. I'm seeing the Magician here as kind of similar to the Eight of Pentacles. And so it seems like for some of you, what sparked this could have been getting a new job, getting a new position, or the offer to move to a new place. And you've taken advantage of that as an opportunity to walk away from a current relationship or to take it to a new level. Perhaps you are asking a person to move with you, or again, deciding to leave them behind. It could also be that you've taken a new job as a sign, and this doesn't necessarily have to be moving away to a different city either. It could be that you received a new job and it's made you feel like it's taking your life to a new level. And so you are taking that opportunity to let someone go, for example. And again, either someone that you just have feelings for, or possibly someone that you're actually with for some of you. It does feel like this change, this shift, is something that's going to be very balancing for you. Picking up on some karmic energy with Justice here. So a settling of karmic debts, balancing of karmic justice. And of course, it could also be something legal for some of you, a separation, possibly a divorce. And then there's also the other aspect of it, though, that the taking it to a new level could also be something in terms of a contract, like getting married. Not seeing like the Two of Cups or anything like that. So I'm not feeling too much about a strong union here. But I did get the message that for some of you, it could be taking it to a new level, a positive new level in the relationship. It just feels a little bit more financial related. So it could be marriage, but I feel like it has more to do with it being the time because of you've manifested the means to make it happen. And I'm seeing the Page of Cups as you, Pisces. And I feel that you have, there's something that needs to be said still. So for those of you who are experiencing this, perhaps there's a large number of you who haven't quite expressed this yet, this change that's most likely going to take place for you. And it feels like you are hesitating slightly And it may just be that it's a really big thing. And then for those of you who may be proposing or feeling that out, wanting to get married, maybe wanting to talk about that it could be you're hesitating because you're planning. I also just picked up on some possible females wanting to do the proposal themselves or discuss the option of marriage with their partner. And I do feel some anxiety around that, some hesitation. It feels like because it's still not very common to do that you're not sure if it's the right move. But I would say the message with this reading is that, well, the time and place definitely feels right, because it just seems like a marked time for this transition and this balancing. And so I would also add that with the energy of the karma coming in, it feels like this may be something that you're being challenged to do, a lesson that you're being encouraged to learn, in the sense that although it may be a difficult thing, and again, this is specifically for those of you females possibly thinking of proposing, it feels like that is a challenge that you're being encouraged to face, and that for some of the males, that could also be, there could also be some nervousness around that. I apologize for my voice. I'm getting over a cold, but I really wanted to get these videos out because I mentioned that I would do them. So it does feel like although there's nervousness, that the timing and the place is right, and it feels again like it could be something very balancing for some of you. I do want to come back though to the idea of the ending, because the hesitation there, it seems a little bit like it's more emotional, so not so much in terms of being nervous or the practical application of it. It feels more like the hesitation is because of a bond with this person, and that there may even be some hesitation to take your life to the new level. So for example, this would be for those of you possibly thinking of moving on to take a new job or move to a new place, or take yourself to a new place in life. So it could be something not material or practical too. Not logistical. It could be in your mind space or spiritually or something like that. But hesitation around that does not feel very supported. It feels like that's only going to be causing you anxiety, and it feels again very emotional, like it's more about your bond to this person. And this is also a challenge, and it feels like it's probably a lesson that you're being encouraged to learn, that sometimes when the signs are there, it is time to take the leap, even though you might not feel like you have all your ducks in a row, or you're not fully emotionally prepared. It's just, I'm hearing the message that it's very rare that we're going to feel prepared for a big decision. Sometimes we hesitate because we think we're supposed to feel really prepared, entirely prepared, feel like we'd have 100% knowledge that it's the right thing that we're doing. And if you think back though to other decisions that you've made, you probably would remember that you did not necessarily feel that. Sometimes we do, sometimes like we apply to a bunch of colleges and we get into the one that we've been dreaming of, and so we know hands down that we need to go and we just make it happen. But also a lot of other decisions in life, especially less practical ones and more emotional ones, don't feel like that. So I guess the message I'm getting that it sounds pretty stern, is that there's really no reason to hesitate if just because you feel nervous. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to turn around right now and make the decision. The message is just that you're being supported to take up the courage to do it sooner rather than later. And just again, that not knowing is not necessarily a reason or a sign that it's not the right decision or a reason to hesitate. Okay, so Pisces, that has been your love and relationship reading, and this is again for July through August. If you have any questions, please leave comments or feel free to email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Thank you.